New week, another weekend is here. Let's go. And let's get into some college football picks. We got championship Saturday here. It's hard to believe we're already there. And my God, did we have a good week last week, yo. When you accidentally went to the live scene, I could see you. Yeah, I did a test. Yeah. So it was an incredible Thanksgiving week. Hopefully, y'all that tailed everything and didn't pick and choose, because y'all had some extra Black Friday money. Yeah, we did really well last week, so let's get into it. We'll show how we did last week, then we'll go into the championship Saturday picks, and maybe a little bit of basketball as well, and then we'll get into gaming. So, appreciate y'all being here and being with me this entire year. It's been a good year. So let's get into it. Memphis, Tulane, over. We got that, the 54.5 over. Oh, this is my wallet, by the way. I got that. I got the Oregon State, Mississippi State, Georgia Tech. Almost won the game, too. We pushed with Iowa -3. Lost Vanderbilt. Almost covered that, though. They were winning the game at one point. We got South Carolina. They won outright. Terrible bet with Kansas. We got Notre Dame. We did not get Auburn, but, I mean, it was close. It was a 14-point game. Arizona State covered with a landslide victory. And then we got Syracuse because Mario Cristobal, I literally told you guys would Cristobal, and he did. Kicked a field goal before giving the ball back to Syracuse instead of trying to tie it. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. That was odd. So, yeah, we that's how we did in football. We also got a 4-pick. I did a 4-pick with South Carolina, Vanderbilt +18, little teaser, Auburn +17.5, and then Notre Dame -3, and that was nice. Cristobal is a dum-dum. Yeah, sent some things that are odd over the years. Basketball, best play of the week was Furman. It came through. That was a lock of the week for basketball. Lost Duke. We got Oregon. Lost Memphis, Michigan State over. Lost Kentucky. Got Auburn. Lost Stanford. Lost Davidson. Got Texas A&M moneyline. Got Michigan moneyline. Got Cal. Lost West Virginia. And got a Gonzaga same-game parlay. So that's how my wallet went. On basketball on the week, 7-6. On football, 8-3 with a parlay win. So on the week, plus $51.64. Now let's get into how the YouTube channel went and the Twitch channel. We lost the Wisconsin money line. We got Oregon State, different OSU. Oregon State made it a game as expected. We lost Bowling Green. We barely missed Colorado State. They won by 5. We needed 7. We got Mississippi State as expected. That rivalry, close game, just like Georgia Tech we got here. We also got the Ole Miss Mississippi State under. That wasn't even close. We didn't have to sweat that. Iowa money line came through, but we missed the over. Iowa overs were hot this year. I figured it'd keep going. It didn't. It was 13-10. Missed Vanderbilt. Got Duke. We got South Carolina. That was something I did on my wallet, obviously. We went with Michigan, even though I told the channel I probably shouldn't be betting this game because I'm terrible at reading Ohio State. But Michigan lean came through. We missed Army by 1.5. We got Florida. We got Notre Dame. That was one of our locks. We got the Oregon-Washington over. Oregon almost covered this by themselves. They had 49 points. Iowa State. We got Texas Tech. And we missed on a late score the Houston BYU under. We had an awful lock pick with Kansas. Not sure that was the same Kansas team from the last 3 weeks. It's like they brought their JV team out there. And we got Troy. You always want to fade Southern Miss. We missed Kentucky. We missed Michigan State. We missed Auburn. We got Cuse. We got Arizona State. We got Texas. We got Marshall. Covered Darlings Marshall. And we missed New Mexico. So we went 18-12 in football. I would like you to find a handicapper in this world that went 18-12 on rivalry weekend in college football. during a week where typically the lines are as sharp as they get. Go ahead, I'll wait. That's good for about 60%. Pros, generally 55 to 58%. We went 60% on the hardest weekend of the year. Then basketball. The wins kept coming. We got Dayton, North Carolina over. Oregon, outright winner against Texas A&M. We missed Kentucky. I think they won by 19 over Western Kentucky. We got Grand Canyon. They won outright against Stanford. We got the Stanford, North Dakota State over. We didn't need overtime for that. It hit over in regulation. We got the Utah minus 41.5 against Mississippi State, which I think I could play on that team. Or Mississippi Valley State, sorry. Duke money line. We missed against Kansas. We missed Rutgers by literally half a point. They won by 1. We needed 2 against Notre Dame. And we got the lock of the week, which was Furman over Seattle. So 7-3 in basketball. On the full week, 25-15. Once again, find somebody that's getting you 63% a week. I will wait. I'm not just a sports psycho watching all the games. I'm also a software engineer. I've got the mathematical mind. Combine the two, it's very dangerous. So that is where we are on the year. 218 wins, 176 losses, 3 pushes, and unlocks 26 and 15. Good for 50, I believe that's like 58%, something like that. I'd have to get out a calculator, but we're doing really well. And I also rock an ugly sweater. So let's get into this week, y'all. Championship week, not very many games to go through. Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State. It started at -4. I do lean with Jacksonville State. It's not a strong lean, but it's a lean, and I also kind of dig the over. But I am probably staying away from this game entirely. But those are my leans. They're small leans. I haven't really paid much attention to the Conference USA this year. These are the 2 best teams from that league. Jacksonville State's playing better football right now. At the beginning of the year, I would have said Western Kentucky was better. But Jacksonville State is playing better football right now. If this was at -3, I probably would play it. But 4.5, kind of not very many scenarios where you win a game by 5 or 6 as opposed to 3 or 7. So that's kind of my analysis for that. Now, this game I kind of do like. Army plus 5.5 against Tulane. Tulane is really good. Not sure what happened last week, though. Army is the better team, in my opinion, by a very small margin, and they're getting points at home. It is at West Point. It's going to be like 20 degrees, and this is probably going to be one of the most physical teams that Tulane has played all year. When you get hit and it's 20 degrees, it don't feel so good. I would know. I played in a northern state. I played football. I was a linebacker. I was in a lot of collisions. It hurts when it's cold out. It hurts more. Tulane, that's going to be tough for them. They're down in New Orleans. They're going to be cold on the sidelines. And Army stops the run pretty well, and that's Tulane's strong point. So for that reason, those 2 reasons really, I like Army to cover the number. I think Army maybe loses by 3, maybe wins by 3. It's going to be a tight game. I think 5.5 is a lot for a championship game, especially for the home team. How we doing, Gina's Batman? How we doing, y'all? So yeah, let's keep it moving here so we can get into some gaming. This championship weekend, big weekend. It's exciting. Hard to believe we're already here. Boise State, UNLV. UNLV lost to Boise State at home the last time they played. This is one of 2 rematches. And I think Boise State won by, 5? I think they covered the spread, if I'm not mistaken. Now we go to Boise, and it's going to be cold. UNLV is in the desert. That's Las Vegas. Another weather factor here. I like Boise State here. especially if this gets to -3. You know, it's very hard to beat the same football team twice in one season. In fact, my high school team, we got blasted at homecoming by a school, but we ended up facing them in round 1 of the state tournament. Same location. Both places were at home because we had finished higher in our league than they did, and they were in a different conference. Well, we got revenge on them because it's hard to beat the same football team the same year twice. But this is one of those cases where it doesn't happen. I like Boise State at home. If they won on the road, I don't see why they wouldn't win at home. And 3.5 is not a big number, especially this gets a 3. I like Boise State here. So yeah, give me Boise State. Where are we with the Marv? We still need either 3 gifted subs or 6,900 biddies, and we got it. It'll be probably this weekend if we get it. So yeah, that's phase 2. Maybe Bailey could pin that comment or something. So not too much to ask for there, and we will get it. Ohio, Miami, Ohio. A little in-state rivalry here. I don't have a great lean on this. I'll be honest. I've probably only watched like 3 MAC games all year. I have watched almost every Power Conference game and a lot of the American and Mountain West, but I didn't watch much MACtion this year. It's a league I typically don't bet in because there's a high variability. But I would probably lean with the over here. I mean, the under. Sorry. The under 43.5. Miami slows the pace down. They play really good defense. Last time these two met, it was fairly low scoring. Miami won the first time. This is one of 3 rematches. I said 2 earlier, it is 3. So I like the under here. I probably would lean with Miami of Ohio. This is played in Detroit. So I don't know. I would lean the under here though. Low scoring, scrappy game. Small lean. Be careful with that one. Here's a game where I don't have a lean. I have a pretty good feel. Give me the Sun Devils. A lot of people like Iowa State here. I don't. I like Arizona State money line, so you don't have to worry about winning by 1 or winning by 2 and not covering. Just make it easy on yourselves. Get the money line. You get a cheap price here. Take the money line, take the Devils. I think they're playing better football right now. Over, if you're like totals, I'd probably lean on over there, but take the Devils. They're a better side there. One of the other rematches, Georgia-Texas. Georgia went to Texas this year and won by 15. Very ugly game. And I like Georgia again. I mean, they're playing in Atlanta. I don't think Georgia is a better team than Texas. I think they're about the same. Like, if they played this game in California, for example, I actually think Texas might win. But this is being played in Atlanta. Like, Texas couldn't have had a worse game against Georgia the first time. But I think right now Texas is playing better football. However, Georgia owns Atlanta. Anytime they're in an SEC title game and it's in Atlanta, they dominate. They just, for whatever reason, that is their neutral site that they like to own. They always have. And it makes sense. It's like an hour drive from Athens. So give me the Bulldogs here to cover the spread. Probably win outright. I want Texas to win, personally, because the Natties played in Georgia this year in Atlanta, and I think that's kind of unfair that a team that close would be that close to the Natty location. I think that's BS. I think it should be played somewhere completely neutral. But it's not going to happen. I don't think Georgia gets knocked out even with the loss. So I'll be rooting for Texas, but I think Georgia is going to cover. Marshall, one of the best cover teams all year. A lot of people are going to like Louisiana here, though. And for good reason. They probably are the better team. But I got to keep riding with Marshall. They've been covering for us the whole year. They're like, 9-3 against the number this year? Maybe 10-2? They are cover machines, and I'm going to keep rolling with it. The market's been a little down on them. They're good. They play in a lot of really close games, a lot of field goal games. Last week was, I think they played James Madison in overtime, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. They play in a lot of close games, so I think this is a field goal game. I'll take the points. Give me Marshall. How we doing, y'all? We're about halfway done here. There's not that many games, like I said. Oregon, the old alma mater. Dan Land would love to get another title. New league. He's fired up that he won the regular season. Now he's going to get fired up to win the conference title game and be a 1 seed. He wants that undefeated season. I can smell it. I just think that James Franklin, he's good football coach, but he just hasn't got it done with the big games yet. He's like, what, one or two wins out of 15 attempts against top 5 teams? It's not good. I think that streak continues here, even though they have the slight location advantage with this being in Indianapolis. Penn State's not too far away from that. Oregon is very far away from that. But I don't think it gives Penn State enough edge here. This game could get ugly and be pretty low scoring, and that does worry me. But I think Oregon does win by like 7 here. This could get ugly, and Oregon could just flat out beat them by 10 or 14 points too. But I feel like Oregon either covers or loses the game. I feel like that's what's going to happen. I see more chances of them winning by well over the 3.5 or just flat out losing the game. I feel like if it's tied, man, they're going to be more tight than Penn State is. So give me the Ducks here to cover. Money line's probably a safer bet, even though you don't get a great price here. But if this gets down to -3, I mean, you gotta go with the Ducks too. But I think right now money line looks better. I would be on Oregon here as well, though. I think they win by 7. A lot of people is on Clemson. A lot of them. If you watch any YouTubers, a lot of them are on Clemson. Usually when everybody's on one team, it goes the other way. And I think SMU is a better football team here. I think this number, I think Dabo Swinney is baked into the number here. I think just because of his name, being the coach, this number's tight. But the coach ain't playing the game. I'm going to go with the better team here. I'm going SMU. You could do money line. You could just take the spread. I like SMU here. I think they're going to be too much. This might be the best offense Clemson has faced all year on defense. I don't know if they're ready for that. SMU is playing well. Both these teams need to win to get in. I think SMU has a small chance to still get in with the loss, but Clemson needs to win to get in. I just think SMU is a better football team. Go team. So yeah, give me SMU here to cover and win the game. And that's it. That is all for this week. As you can see, Army-Navy's next week. I would be on Army. Usually the under comes in on that game as well. But yeah, we'll get into that next week. It's been a great week, y'all. Be responsible. Don't bet your whole mortgage on the games. Keep it to like 1% of your income, as you know. Let's take a look at some basketball. Maybe get some basketball plays in here. But that's it for football. I have a couple of plays in tonight already. I believe, where is it? I was on Drake. I think the number was 8.5 when I got it. They're up 9, looks like, so that's really tight to the number. The other one that hasn't started yet is I'm on UC Riverside. I just have a good feeling. My baseball helmet just fell off my bat bag for some reason. Yay. Yeah, UC Riverside. I am on the Roadrunners. I think that's their nickname, is it not? But yeah, I'm on Riverside there. I think Northridge is not very good, and Riverside's been scrappy this year. So yeah, it's my only basketball play tonight that I have for you. I saw the Billikens play last week. They're good. Weird to see them getting 8.5, but I know it's a long trip. So I would be on the Billikens slightly. It scared you? Yeah. Tomorrow, I like West Virginia here. Georgetown is still in rebuild mode. And really, West Virginia is too, but they've looked really good. West Virginia's already got a win against Gonzaga. They looking pretty good right now. The old Drake coach took over and brought his son, who's a really good player. DeVries. He's like a Larry Bird. Or maybe the cat broke time. Oh, no. No, we're good, Bailey. You good. So I'd be on West Virginia there. I mean, you probably lean with Indiana here, but Indiana scares me this year. They've gotten killed a few times unexpectedly. Not a great Friday slate of games, to be honest. It's kind of ugly, actually. Ugh. Small lean to High Point. They're at home. North Texas is good, but I think I'd go with the home team. High Point's only lost one game. They're good. Illinois, I think, is disrespected. This is a rivalry. Northwestern's good, but I probably would lean with Illinois here. And yeah, that's it. That's it, y'all. So that is your Week 15 slate of college football. The last week we're going to do, as far as ATS goes, we might get talked into doing a Bowl Bash episode, but it's been good, y'all. It's been fun. No matter how we do this week, we're guaranteed a really solid ATS record, really solid locks record. I don't really have any best bets this week. I would say Arizona State, Oregon are probably your best bets. But yeah, I don't have any, maybe Georgia as well. But I don't think there's any like really, really lock type bets. I would just spray the board, bet every game that I suggest.